Listen up, people. You just heard a parent. Listen, this stuff is real. They are taking children from loving parents and putting them with strangers and keeping them with strangers while the children are in a state of shock for weeks on weeks before parents even get to see their children. Now you tell me, what is the best thing for the child? Because this is not the best interest of the child. It does not matter. Does not matter what they're checking out. They are keeping your child until they build a case against you. They're not keeping your child because it's best for the child. Stop believing that mess, because that's not true. They're keeping your child until they build a case. I've helped so many parents have kept their own children, and there was no case to build because they didn't get their hands on their children. And that's what we're here to do, is to stop CPS from getting their hands on children and removing them out of safe places and putting them in their own strange, so-called safe place. Because when you go in a land where it's strangers, it's not safe to a child. It's not safe to a child. The child is better off in the home and working with the parents. If their parents make mistakes, so do you. You're not going to pick you up there doing your dirty work up in that place. So if the parent makes mistakes, work with the parent. The ideal money should be going into working with the parent. Money should not be put into foster care. Those are strangers. Those people don't care about your kids. More stuff happens in foster care than in the normal home, than in the general public that your children would normally have been in. More things happen. Do wraparound support. Get these children with the churches. Get these children with family groups in the community. Let's stop letting them take the children, talking about it's the best interest of the children. The children are losing their mind. Half the children in foster care don't graduate. Listen, it's all because we took that and let it last long enough. There's so many homeless people out here. When they take the child, the family falls apart. The family unit falls apart. The parent starts having problems. Anxiety, all types of different issues start coming up with the child. They're getting paid because they get money to put the child on medication if they don't stop crying about their parent. How dare them? How dare them? A child cries because they miss their mom, or they miss their dad, or they miss their family, and they go on medication. They have a doctor that will diagnose them and put them on psychotropics. Come on, somebody better listen here. These children need to be with their parents. They don't need to be on no medication to keep them in the system longer, to get more money off of them. Okay, when you get them on medication, guess what? There's a lot more pay to it. You get way more money when those kids are in a foster care on medication. Did you know that? These kids are being taken for a corrupt system. They're being taken because the kids are a way to get money. How about it? Take my child for profit if you dare. Take my child for profit. Y'all been sitting back letting it happen too long. Monterey County has been served notice today. We put you on notice that you allow the corrupt system to happen right up under your nose. It's time you recognize. It's time you open up. It's time you demand public hearings. It's time you demand public sessions. It's not protecting nobody but CPS workers. It's stopping CPS workers from getting exposed. It's time to recognize and stopping the DA from being exposed from the government that they're doing to the values and how they're destroying the family unit, putting people out there making them homeless and causing them to have to be living on the street and then turn around and not be connected. Can't get out of foster home and they're not connected to nobody. Come on, somebody. They're not connected to a friend. They're not connected to a relative. They don't know their mom. They're in a post home and they just got out. What happens to that child? He ends up homeless. They can't get jobs. You perpetuate the system because you need the money, because you want your lifestyle, because you want to live up high on the hog off of kids and families that are vulnerable. It's time to stop that mess. It's really time for us to wake up. We got to wake up, America. Kids are being used to pay salaries. Wake up, America. Kids are being used to satisfy people's lifestyle. Wake up, America. Kids are being used to build buildings and to have different office space. Listen, if they do not meet their quota from last year, they're going to keep taking your kids, her kids, their kids, kids in this county, but I've seen them come after me over and over again. They're gonna take your kids, they're gonna take her kids and the other person's kids just to satisfy their lifestyle. They're gonna take your kids because they need to meet that quota from last year so they don't lose the income that came in last year. They need to up the ante, and who pays the price? Your children. Your children pay the price with a stranger. Your children. It's time we wake up, America. It's time we wake up, America. Millions of dollars are being paid out for them taking children. Just right here in Hollister, they just had to pay out a couple millions. Just right here in Hollister. They're doing it across the country. Monterey County has been settling out of court to keep people from knowing that they're paying out. They're paying money too. They are slick. It's time we put them on notice. They're slick. They're paying people, and people are so vulnerable, so open, so willing to get their kids back and settle this because they really didn't come in for the money. They want their kids. So they settle with them, and Monterey County is manipulating that. They're taking advantage of that, and they're paying people under the table, so to speak, because it does not hit the news that you just paid out. I can tell you some names, but I won't. They pay people under the table, so to speak, when you pay out of court. It's time that America wakes up. It's time that Monterey County wakes up. It's time to put them on notice that they stop this. It's time the board of supervisors recognize. It's time that they stop playing games that you need more supervisors. I mean, more social workers. You don't need more social workers. What you need is more morality.
Yes, that's right.
You need to care. You need to know that a mother gives birth to a child. That child has a right to be parented by that mother. A mother has a right to parent her child. And a child has a right to be parented by that mother. So we don't need more social workers. And you can stop trying to apply to be a foster parent because we don't need more foster parents for you to sit up there and need a child in your home. We need to stop this mess. And we're here to serve notice. We're here to say stop. We're here to stop CPS. And that's what we aim to do. CPS will be so scared to walk up to somebody's house and take that child without a warrant, even with a warrant, because we're coming after you when you have a warrant. They'll be so scared to take that child that they will be checking every constitutional, cross-examining every constitutional law there is. They will check it before they take somebody's child. We're here to serve you notice today. Just in case you didn't know why we're here to stop CPS. 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 We're not here to entertain you. This shit is real. It's real. We're here to let you know CPS about to stop dead in their tracks. They're taking kids for neglect. What the heck is that? It's not a life and death matter. They're taking kids from coming to school with dirty clothes. What the heck is that? Oh, I mean, you're going to sit back and let them take kids time that you recognize. It's time that you know what's really going on in your neighborhood because ain't no kids should be taken out of their home because they are poor. And we have to get this straight in our county and across the counties in California and across the United States. We won't stop until we have these people on that they have rights. CPS can't just come in and make you bow down. They come or tell them to come back with a warrant or get out your yard. They came to my door for my grandchild. And I told them to get out my yard. And they told me that they have to see the child. I said, well, you have to go where he's at. But you're getting out my yard. You got the wrong address. They get out my yard. I started videoing them. My son was already videoing them. They said they didn't know what his name is in the car because he's sitting in the car sleep in my driveway, sleep. Well, my son is in the car videotaping them, leaning back videotaping. I seen the videotape after they left. But these cops and social workers refuse to leave the yard for a child that was in Texas. This is how dirty they are. This child been gone to Texas, and they come to my yard looking for him. This is how dirty the school system is. He missed 6 days of school, so 5 days of school, so they call CPS. Listen, there's a system for that. You go through the truancy officer in Monterey County. Why are we paying the truancy officer? They sending CPS to the house. Why are we paying the truancy officer? This paying the truancy officer that works in the county. Now CPS come to the house, and the cops. How come they need 7 cops for a kid that miss 5 days of school to a disabled grandparent's house? Why do they need that? Because it's a money operating system. If they can go to that child, then they got more money coming into their system, and they will use that money. They have to leave my property because I know my rights. And when I told them to leave, they waited a few minutes, and then they finally said, she wants you to leave. One of the sergeants told them, she wants you to leave, so you gotta leave. Finally, the social worker comes off my property, but I got video of her, she refusing to come off my property. I got video of her standing up on my property. I got pictures of her standing up on my property, refusing to get off my property. They got the wrong person. I told them, I said, well, I'll abide by the law. When you come back with a warrant, now they gonna get a warrant over truancy. They ain't even got no business knocking on my door. Listen, this place is corrupt. This system is corrupt, and we have to stand up. We can't assume, oh, they're investigating Miriam. They're investigating Sandra. They're investigating this one. They're investigating that. They got to do something wrong. Let's sit back and watch. Stop watching and start serving notice and start telling them to prove why they're there. They ain't came back. That was 3 months ago. They ain't came back with a warrant yet. And they threatened me when they left that they was coming back with a warrant. A warrant for what? You can't come for that square. You ain't come in. Even if you had a warrant, you can meet them at the door, and we'll handle it in court. You have to know your rights and be able to take care of the matters that are coming before you, and you have to be able to share it with other people so that we can stop this mad stuff from happening in the system and taking people's children. People are sitting up here hurting because their children are gone. People's hearts are broken. People can't think straight. People have anxiety. Their children are gone. But they got to focus and work against somebody that don't love the system, don't love the children, don't know the children, don't have a clue. They got to work against them. Because they getting a check to take your child. The next person is getting a check to keep your child away from you. But the heartbroken parent got to work against that. The heartbroken grandparent got to work against all that and try to save the child. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. The child only needs to be saved from CPS. They take them and put them in strangers. Those kids don't know those people that they put them kids with. And most of them strangers will do harm to them kids because they don't get checked. But they'll check you as a parent in a heartbeat. It's twisted. It's backwards. They'll check you as a relative in a heartbeat. It's backwards. The system is backwards. Wonder why they're getting away with that? Because they're getting paid. Listen, they're getting paid to do this. It ain't no joke.
Confidentiality.
And the confidentiality, we let it be. What confidential? It ain't happening for the kids. Trust me, that confidentiality is not for the kids. They pretend that it's for the kids, but it's not for the kids. They pretend.
The confidentiality protects the system. It doesn't protect the children. It's time to lift the veil. The confidentiality is allowing the system to cover up gross human rights violations. Children are suffering. Families are suffering. Cases are being fabricated against loving parents. Children are being stolen from families. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles are bypassed. Why? Because it's easier and there's more money when they adopt children out. So now the Family First Act has been passed into federal law, but you want to know something? There's a lot of federal law that's being ignored. Without oversight, who is to enforce these laws? Without transparency, who is to know if any laws are being followed because they're not being followed? The system does whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. The system needs to be stopped. It needs to be dismantled and a better one put into place. There's something wrong here. There are so many families being victimized and stigmatized or scared. They have everything taken away from them. They have their children, their homes, their jobs taken away from them. And what happens? They fall to pieces. And you want to know something? The system wants them, wants us to fall to pieces, because you know what? Then we can't stand up and speak out. Then we can't sue. This is happening to everyone, everywhere. But they're especially targeting people that are low income, because you know something? Those court-appointed attorneys that are appointed to you because the Sixth Amendment guarantees representation for everyone. Well, those court-appointed attorneys are not only not working for their parents, they're to make sure they lose. If there are only a handful of good attorneys, private attorneys fighting against CPS in all of California, and those attorneys are overloaded. Those attorneys are jaded. They're trying their best, but they're overwhelmed. We want to put a call out to all good attorneys out there to enter this area of law. There is money. There is civil rights litigation. There, we can pair your cases. We can pair attorneys up with cases. We can provide support. We can provide coverage. People are starting to come together. We want to urge people to come together to join our cause. It is safe to come together with us. They cannot retaliate against the mob. They cannot retaliate against us when there are hundreds and thousands of us. And you know something? They are not retaliating against us like they were. The strength in numbers. We're urging everyone to join us, to come together and stand up and speak out, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're putting Monterey County CPS on notice. The last time we put someone on notice, it was the Contra Costa Superior Court. You want to know something? With Contra Costa, we are organized against them. It's coming, Contra Costa. Monterey, you're next. Stanislaus County, you're coming up. Sacramento County, you're on the radar. We're all coming together. Santa Cruz County,
Yes.
you too.
Yeah, down. Yeah, and Santa Cruz, tell her story.
Hi, I'm Fox Sloan. I'm head of the Child and Family Rights Response Team in Santa Cruz County.
Okay, we're going to pause it there. 12:09. Wow, just what a good speech. Just a diamond speech. This lady here, calling it out, sick, taking kids, neglect, and neglect isn't child abuse. There's no evidence of abuse. The money, everybody feeding off it. Wake up, calling it all out for what it is, child traffic racket. Wow. So I'm going to put the link to this video from YouTube in the comments here. There it is there. Yeah, we're going to reload another loader, and I'm going to remind everybody of the protest tomorrow, May 19, 2021, St. James Park, 11 a.m. And let's just really get that content shared. Could be broadcasting from here that same day, but join with us. I call it the failure industrial complex. It's designed to fail, created to fail, created to create problems and money through all sorts of venues. So let's just go back to some commentary here.
Then they say it's to protect those children you've been with all your life. They don't even know. And a ghostwriter is writing up the paperwork.
Ghostwriter writing up that fake ass paperwork, fake ass pigs, fake ass social workers, crisis freaking actors, fake ass judges. Call them out, people. My God, I love this lady right here. And she says they nothing matters. They whip that paperwork up. It's all phony. It's all a hoax. It's all a charade. Nobody's gonna dot their T's and cross their I's. There's no legitimacy anywhere with any of these freaking maggots. Crisis actors, call them what they are. They're fake. Fake pigs, fake social workers, fake judges. It's a rigged system of fakery and trickery. Rigged, top to bottom. Let's listen to this lady. She seemed to know exactly what's going on with their fabricated fake ass crap.
I want to say that CPS is going out taking children every day without a warrant, without even proven allegations against the parents because of false allegations. It's time that we stand up as the people. We have to have public court hearings. There is nobody being protected except for the CPS workers and their corrupt system. The children are not being protected. Our families are not being protected. Children's rights are not being protected through these criminal proceedings that are protected by the court. We the people have to come together and demand open public hearing. That is so important today.
Transparency.
We have to have transparency. People oversight. People does. People see what's going on. They're doing it in LA County. They have to do it in Monterey County. We're tired of letting them do stuff in private and hide how they mistreat our parents, how they dog and mistreat loving parents who have done nothing. Nothing. The loving parents have not done anything. They just have been accused without a proven allegation. We have to demand transparency. We have to demand oversight. We have to demand that the public be able to see what's going on in these court proceedings. That is the only way that we're going to get some true accountability if the public eyes are on them. We have to demand it. And we also must know that when CPS keeps hiding behind the veil of children that you love, you raise, you protect, you care about, they hide behind that veil, and then they say it's to protect the children you've been knowing all your life. They don't even know, and a ghostwriter is writing up the paperwork for a CPS worker that took the child out of the home. They don't know.
Again, ghostwriter, she talks about the phonyism of these documents. They're all phony. They're all fabricated. It's 90% hearsay. They can put anything they want on documents, prefab documents, cookie cutter documents. The ghostwriter, meaning anyone could be writing that report. Social worker, supervisor, guardian ad, county council. You don't know who's fabricating the reports that they submit to the court that the judge will rubber stamp. This is an organized kidnapping, child trafficking ring, straight up, top to bottom.
Either, and they're protecting your child. How is that possible? How is that possible? How can your child be protected by a worker that doesn't know it? They should immediately move to get children back into home when they take them. Only 8% of the children all across the country that have been taken should really be taken and kept out of the home. 78% of the children should have never been removed. Those that are removed should have been put back in the home immediately. People, we need to wake up. 40% more Black children are taken than any other children all over the country. Exactly. And 40% more Black children are kept longer than any other children all over the country.
People praying all over them Black people. Where's Black Lives Matter? Where can I say their name? Say their name. Say their name. Yeah, we're going to say their freaking name. All those children being kidnapped and trafficked. We're going to say all their names.
We need to wake up. We're here to bring awareness. We're here to wake you up. It's time to wake up, people. It's time to move, and it's time to care about families before the world is destroyed. We have a Hitler operation going on right now. And it's in CPS proceedings. It's hidden from the public. Hitler will show his face through this. If we do not speak up, if we do not stand up, it's hidden in CPS proceedings. And we must speak up. We must stand up. Stop turning your head feeling like, oh, when CPS shows up, the parent has done something. The parent has done nothing in 80% of the cases across the country. The parent has done nothing from CPS to take your child. We're having a show on May the 4th at 3 o'clock at Wave Street Studio. I'm saying for everybody to come out to that show so they can hear people talk about. We'll have a social worker that's already talked. This is part 2. This will be part 2 coming up. On part 1, she's already said if there is abuse in the home, if there is a filthy home, even with roaches, or even a dirty home, there should not be a child taken out of that home. They should work with the parents. That's what Monterey County is supposed to be doing. But Monterey County has been protecting themselves with a lie, saying they're protecting the children, and they keep their privacy, and they have private proceedings, and they have immunity. We have to end the immunity. We have to end the private proceedings. We have to speak up. families that are harmed. They lose the connection. The kids lose the connection to relatives and to people that they know, to family. And they should not lose the connection. They're snatched out of homes. They're snatched out of schools. They're snatched out of neighborhoods. They're snatched out of reality. They're put in a state of shock. They're put on medicine that they shouldn't be on. We need to speak up, people. We need to speak up. There's no child 3 years old that should be on an adult medicine. And we need to speak up. It is time that the people be aware that CPS has been getting away long enough. Enough is enough. And we have to speak up.
Enough is enough. Share your vote. Yes. On May 8th, we're holding the March for Family Rights in Contra Costa County. At this march, we are demanding oversight and accountability of our child protection, juvenile courts. We are a citizens oversight group. Until the government starts stepping up to protect the public against corruption, we are going to stand up against tyranny and injustice. We demand oversight and accountability. Come out on May 8th.
Yes, May 19th, tomorrow. Remember that. 11 a.m., San Jose, technology Bible Belt of a nation. San Jose, all those high-tech companies there not doing anything. None of this needs to be happening. Everything's being corrupted, and that's how they rule. Even technology, even Facebook, even YouTube, even Google, everything has to be corrupted and poisoned with lies and cover-ups, shadow banning, censorship. That's how they rule. There should already be a national, 10, 50 million member network, but those networks are nowhere to be found.
Listen, people, we're not just here for your pleasure. We're here to bring awareness. We're not just here for our pleasure. This is not fun getting up, coming out to bring awareness to the public that CPS has been getting away with murder long enough. There's a murder trial going on. Roy's trial is over. The citizen is today, and we're here to say that CPS got away. They're taking children they should not be taken, and they're leaving children that they should be taken. The only reason that CPS should be taking a child is if there is bodily harm or threat of death to that child. They don't take a child for neglect. They work with the families. They work with the public. They're using the money all for themselves because they have to pay the judges. They have to pay the psychologists. They have to pay the doctors. They have to pay the workers. They have to pay the supervisors. They have to pay the ghostwriters. They have to pay everybody. So they're using the children to pay their bills.
To pay their freaking bills, pay the freaking maggots, pay them, man. The money, the ghostwriters. They got to pay the ghostwriters, the people that write up these phony petitions, and you don't even know who the F they are.
Oh, people, we got to wake you up. It's time that you recognize what's really going on here today. It's time that you recognize what's really happening in your community, what's really happening in your county, what's really happening in your neighborhood, right next door. It's time you recognize. CPS is paying the paper, and the judges won't speak up because they're getting paid. The district attorney won't speak up because they're getting money. Everybody's getting a kickback in this action. It's time that we recognize and we stand up for the children because they are not doing it in the best interest of the children. That was a joke then, and it's a joke now.
Awesome. Nobody standing up. The pigs, everybody got their kickback, whether it's the cops, the social workers, the judges, the CASA, everybody's getting their kickback. No, we're trafficking children. We got to get paid, keep that money coming in.
Enough is enough.
Yeah, 40% longer black kids in foster care, 40% more likely to be taken in the foster care. anything goes. So again, huge march for tomorrow. Let me see. Good.